Hi folks, welcome to the 8 Regents tournament. We are continuing with our coverage of the Tyrell Lannister matchup, and today we have for you the game between two undefeated players. We have Rupert for Tyrell against Courteous for Lannister, and the game has just started, so let's see. Sea of Blood for Lannister. That could be, yeah, my first instinct is Clansman, but could be a different kind of deck as well. You have non-Clansman characters with high military strength, like Sir Robert Strong and Sir Gregor Clegane. There's Jaime, non-kneeling as well. So that could be a good deck. And on the other side we have Alliance, Banner Wolf, Banner Stag, which I suspect is not going to be strong on the military icons. So this should be quite interesting. Arya without a dupe entering play, that's never good. And well, Begging Brother without any power, not that gold I should say, not that great either. And we have Saraaa also with no gold. Oh, okay, I've got Saraaa to commentate with me, so let's have a little voice call. Hello. So we are live, if you can hear us.
Okay. So, what did I miss?
Well, just the setup. So we have Late Summer Feast on both sides, and we have some bestow characters set up without gold, but Adam gets it here with Jaime entering play. Yeah, I was wondering if it was a Clansman, because Sea of Blood often is, but no, looks like we'll have more of a Knights team on this occasion. Perhaps armies. And looks like ladies on the other side. And immediately plays the draw event. Now let's find some dupes. Not that easy, I guess, in a 75 card deck.
Yeah, dupe for Arya would be nice, right? A bit sad without it.
Yeah, seems like it's going to be almost impossible to stop the Sea of Blood triggers here, which is unfortunate. Red Priest can have a little look. Let's see what it finds. Treachery was played on the King's Road. And there's lots of cards, unfortunately, still in hand for Rupert, which means they might be going to waste for reserve. Ah, the other treachery.
Okay.
Although the problematic thing is that perhaps Red Priest will be claimed here, because with the ladies you kind of want to keep them all in play and out of the dead pile. So treachery may be coming back. And Burning Bright, okay, gold has been spent for that at least. And at the moment nothing to play, so can this be discard pile? Okay, so can't just put anything into play from your hand. Well, Doesn't defend this, wants other cards for Late Summer Feast. And can he do a challenge back is the question. To win by 5. He can with Arias Stealth. So here we go. Do we see an early All Men Are Fools here? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all on unprotected characters, but there is an icon location and a full hand of cards, so not like you can just reset this. Yeah, 2 more of those and we win the game, right? So that would be nice.
Is there Annals of Castleback in the deck?
In the version that I'm looking at, no, unfortunately. We don't have that. Or fortunately, perhaps, since we have all the treacheries and Burning Bright and stuff like that. Okay, so barring the gate stops something at least, but what do you do with Jaime and his military challenges now? And the treachery is there for Shireen as well, we know that. And another renowned guy. Well, can treachery everything, I guess, so if you treachery Shireen, then maybe the Queen of Thorns can find another one of those events. Although now, I don't know if you can still push it through. I guess you can, because the power icons are kind of weak. Although you're claiming 2 characters, I guess Shireen and the Arbor Knight. Okay, here Mirror was found. Useless this round because of the plot. Okay. Is this enough on defense? I guess it is. So up to 8.
Okay.
And Arya can win the power challenge, I guess. But look at all the power on the characters. It's pretty sad, right?
Yeah.
We've been there before many times in this tournament. And now messing up the claim. Well, okay. I guess you do power. Stealth Adam. So in theory you could just close it. Okay, melee was discarded to search for All Men Are Fools, but if you had it, now you could just play the Palace of Sorrows. Try to go first, do a power challenge and win with melee.
Yeah, but will there be a reset now? Yeah.
Yeah. Had to happen, right? That's all
Yeah,
the power
too
gone
close.
and all the characters now in the dead pile. Well, it was a fair attempt, but Courteous recognizes the danger. Well, now, as long as he doesn't find a dupe for Jaime, okay. So that's pretty much game over. That's so infuriating to see this, because if those dupes were available, they might have been in play, right? It just means that they were just drawn, probably.
Yeah.
And now you can't reset back.
And now the plot actually works against him.
Well, now claim. Gunther discards one. And Knight of Flowers should be able to win. Now we know there's events. There is Burning Bright. Nothing in the discard pile, and there is Hear Me Roar. Okay, Tywin himself cannot successfully defend this. Surprised that this was played. He's just going to be discarded now. Now, is there any solution left? King in the north, I think, is still in the plot deck, but doesn't help. Jaime is not kneeling without a trigger, so. Marched. Okay, that sucks. Into Mad King's Command. Yeah, okay, so I'm not looking at the latest version, it seems, because there's no Mad King's Command there.
Looks pretty unwinnable at this.
Well, now what does Richard do? Could try to do military. Forces possibly two defenders, if you don't want to lose dupes.
Second player,
so he's second player, okay. Yeah, I assumed he won it with Mad King's Command, but no, so even that's not going to work. Yeah, so that went downhill really quickly. Had the events, but not quite to get to 15, and then sadly no dupes. That's how it is with 75 cards. Could have drawn a bunch of stuff with that 6 maids, but unfortunately drew some events, but no dupes for the ladies. None of them survived. And then if he had a few characters in play on Palace of Sorrows, with melee possibly in hand, could have closed it maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, can't win them all. Yeah, there was a chance. The bigger problem for me was drawing immediately a dupe of Jaime. If you reset with your own Morghulis on the unprotected characters, then we are back at the start basically. Okay, maybe Lannister then gets slight card advantage and still comes back, but yeah, just having
Yeah, but
dupes immediately.
if the reset is Mad King's command, then it wouldn't have mattered either way.
Yes, exactly.
Or is there Morghulis still?
I'm looking at a deck that has Morghulis but doesn't have Mad King's command, so possibly that was the swap.
Okay.
Okay, so then, unfortunately, that's the one in favor of Lannister. I was looking at this one as one of the more winnable games, but they're all so tough, and yeah, we'll have a difficult job. I think so. Geralt was supposed to play tonight, but it was postponed, so not sure when that one will be. Maybe in the next game we can see is my game against Marton, and yeah, I need a miracle there. Otherwise, we'll be in deep trouble. And then everything else is almost on Sunday, which is going to be stressful. But yeah, maybe our luck from the Baratheon match continues, and maybe we can make a game of it. Or a match of it, I should say.
Do you want to watch the Targaryen versus Night's Watch game till the end?
Okay, I guess we could, if it's being played right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one between Goblin and Andy. So the situation is 2-1 in favor of Targaryen, right?
Yes, should be. So right, okay, but the looks like there's gonna be a big comeback, right? With 5 cards in shadow, 5 under mirror.
Yeah, and we have first snow, which means the attachments going back to hand, and the two ranging parties will survive.
So will Viserys be able to trigger before attachments go back to hand?
Yes, he can discard this catapult or something if he likes.
Yeah.
Seized from the dragon pit.
Oh.
And 8 gold left with 4 reserve. Now we know Knights, which is not famous for any ambush.
But he has Valyrian still, so...
Yeah, catapult is still in hand, we know that, so that could be played against an
but
attacker.
now Billy Bone has...
So what's the card in shadows?
Could be the one that needs to defend, right?
Yeah, the recruiter of something. Something to do with dungeons, I think. Forest Patrol, probably not. Could be Janos Lint.
Yeah, but not a good situation for Janos to sacrifice.
Well, having Ari in hand would be really nice here. Somehow I don't think she is. So we have Craven on Edric. He can't attack.
Yeah.
Old Bone could, and Starfall Spy now in play. The weak icon, of course, at the moment is Intrigue. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one we didn't mention, so he can defend intrigue. Unfortunately not enough to stop the Starfall spy at the moment, but there could be, yeah, I was going to say there could be cards that can come in even without the agenda trigger. They do have ambush. So finds a practice blade for himself. Now there is Dragon Pit, so you have to consider that there could be burn of some sorts as well. But if he defends and then ranging parties defend, the wall is still there. And doing well is Goblin. And could even do power if there's nothing else. Yeah. Yeah, so we were both looking at Night's Watch Targaryen. Of course, we want Targaryen to drop some points because they're in first place and we can no longer beat them unless they lose to some others.
Yeah.
So Night's Watch didn't look like they could threaten Targaryen really when we were looking at the pairings, but this would be a nice bonus.
Yeah, seems like if they win this one, they have a decent shot with some of the other matches.
Yeah, and unfortunately the game is pretty fast. Still more than 30 minutes left. It's 10-0, but plenty of time for the comeback. So let's see what we've had so far at the gates and the draw plot. We had first snow here. Late Summer Feast, Brand the Builder. Yeah, Valyrian still is playing usually 2 resets. Courteous to Harris. Depending on the matchup, there could also be duel. They can survive that pretty well because they spam the board so nicely, but on this occasion so many cards are going for reserve. And Targaryen has Meereen, so that pretty much means draw for the rest of the game. Seized is gone.
And there is some burn in this deck.
Well, I would not play Dragon Pit if I didn't have any. I guess Night's Watch has some characters that have 1 strength, but yeah, with the wall as well. Although we have a lot of out-of-action cards here. A lot of Martell cards. It is Tark Sun, in case I forgot to say at the start. We have a Regal in the discard pile, so there should be some Dracarys at least. And yeah, well, that's not going to work now. So that's another round where nothing will happen to the defending characters, it seems, and the wall could stay standing. And marching Tattersalt. He had 2 attachments on him.
Okay, interesting.
And he was the intrigue icon. Maybe there's another one.
Yeah, maybe you want to replay him. Find something else.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, when this deck starts doing this, it's so incredibly tough to beat it. Any kind of reset just ends in the exact same situation. They play 10 characters with all the attachments back.
Yeah, now Catapult can kill pretty much any of the attackers.
Yeah, it's strength, right? No,
Yeah,
printed strength,
that's
so yeah. Well, that means almost certainly the wall will be defended and up to 12 power within reach of victory. There he is again. Any way to remove him? He could die with Blood of the Dragon maybe next round. Bit awkward though, because of the wall. Ah, and we have Karth that can get the Craven. Now what do you do? There's no power to steal and the other challenges seem less important, so I think pass is the way to go.
Yeah, probably.
While doing military into that Viserys,
Or maybe trying to get some unopposed. Because if you want to defend it, then also kill Viserys.
well, it's a little questionable, but it's got some reward because Edric knelt and Viserys is gone, so that limits the number of characters. But also the catapult is gone, so now I don't think you can do another one. Yeah. This guy's back. Bit late this time.
Okay.
Do we have a win by 5 trigger? He has to attack if he wants the Starfall Spy, I guess, but what's coming out? Could just defend with the steward at the wall. And you can't really get pinched either. Or defend with both, and then you certainly can't get pinched because you don't lose by 5. Although dominance is something you usually want to keep an eye on. Wall and dominance gets you so close to victory.
Yeah, the question is if next round is Blood of the Dragon, 2 of them die. Oh, there is pinch. Okay.
Yeah, it was risky. Now we'll have the Starfall Spy and the pinch. And, well, only one attacker though. So, is another military or power icon going to come out? Yeah, what was the plan with the extra gold? Oh, to
Maybe
bestow him.
another icon.
To bestow him or another card from Shadows for 2. Now he can use card if he likes on that Craven. And do we have any surprises? I don't think there's anything that gives a power icon. Ah, there is
Oh, there
something.
is.
And the insight as well
I
from that.
Or do not dominance now, so.
And he's gone into the standing phase with 1 goal left, so no reason not to have used card on that Craven. Missed it, I guess. Okay, here it is. Let's kill a couple of guys.
I was wondering if there could be the crown, but probably not.
Yeah, duel probably means no to Harry, so I would guess the last two plots are Morghulis and what could be the other one? Second exchange. And now it gets a little bit scary with the hatchlings. Now, do you have anything strong enough that comes in and it's pretty safe? There is a ranging party in hand, right? So that should be decent enough. And it's going to dig for some more cards. Now what does this do exactly? Because it does have a burn effect, so makes it, yeah, now he remembers card. Makes it very difficult to defend if Night's Watch attacks because of Blood of the Dragon. And he's even bestowed it a little bit. Usually I think this is just in the deck because it's a 0 cost attachment that replaces itself.
Yeah.
But now it's miraculously found some use potentially.
Although if he dies before that, it all goes back to hand.
And this is very useful, makes it possible to defend without risking characters. Yeah, wasting valuable time. I said more than 30 minutes, now it's less than 20. And look at the power totals. Now Targ could kill everything with a bit of luck at some point, but yeah, it takes a couple of rounds to level the score from that kind of position with just with unopposed challenges. And even that's not happening now that Haunted Forest just blocks one. Looks like no burn in hand. Otherwise he wouldn't have triggered this.
But there are 2 Dracarys already in discard and 2 Consuming Flames, so...
Yeah, so chances are there's not much.
And a dragon is no slave. Cannot work on the one with attachment, so...
There's the spy. Now in shadows there should be a pinch possibly now.
Oh no, he I think discarded pinch. Or no. Oh no, he placed it in shadow from there.
With Edric. Okay,
With Edric, yeah.
I missed that. Okay. Oh, that just happened now.
Yeah, I think he discarded for Marine and then used Edric to place. That's how it works. Yeah.
And Starfall Spy can put pinch in if you don't want to spend the 1 gold to bring it out. Now winning by 5 looks like it's not happening anyway, but in theory it could bring pinch out as a reaction and then you can react with pinch in the same window. So this one is just defended by Haunted Forest, which now kneels. And now I guess you have to kill them if you want to kneel the wall. 5 gold left and faction card standing, so something is coming, I think. Well, dangerous attack, but I think you just have to defend. Call the bluff here and see what happens. Yeah, wins on defense. Like you implied there probably isn't any more burn now that we see the events, so does the power as well. You could defend with both, that makes sure the wall is still standing but doesn't win the game immediately. Defending with 1 does win the game, I think. 7 for dominance against 6, so if you pass you win, I think.
Seven for them. No, okay, yeah.
Okay, why risk it? I guess you could you could do that to Obsidian Arrows now.
Not sure that was a smart choice.
No, passing was the thing to do, really. But okay, time is running out here, and this round nothing was achieved by Andy, so we can have another few minutes, even if he can magically defend himself against this and prolong the game. It will be even more difficult than to turn it around. Here we go. Yeah, didn't have it on this occasion. Well, so that was slightly unexpected from Night's Watch, beating, I think, Andy, who was still undefeated.
Yeah, I think so. We can check.
No rematch. Yeah. And I guess
and who wins? And
where is that? Yeah, we can have a look at the situation. Let me just actually refresh this to see if stuff has been updated. So
now there's 2 for 2 Night's Watch Targaryen.
yeah, So we need Knights to get 5 wins, which means 3 more from the remaining 6 games. And look at the pairings, they're a little bit scary. So we have Reinhardt against Lucas. We have Jim Hansen, the world champion, against Templar. Johannes is playing against Neil. Then it's Alex Manotti against Susanna. Alex Serban against Bobby. And the Meeples champion against Jakob. So, well, it seems possible.
A few of them, yeah, a few of them definitely seem possible.
More than it did before this game, I guess, because what's the player? Is that Ben? Okay, I didn't immediately connect him with his name there. Yeah, seemed like one that was against them, but yeah, nice win. And this one could be interesting and a chance for everyone, maybe for Targ to lose some points, and then we are maybe all back in the game.
A real underdog story for Night's Watch.
So Lannister leads against Tyrell 2-1, and then we also have Stark starting very strongly. It's now 3-0 against Greyjoy, and still some top players to play for Stark, so they have a great chance. And the last one is Martell against Baratheon. Now we know there's some problems in the Martell team, some substitutions possibly needed, so we'll see how that one goes. And not much has been played. The scoreboard just says it's 1-0 at the moment, and I believe there was one game being played when we joined this one, so I guess if we're covering everything we can have a look if it's still being played. Yeah, Imrik and Marcel is about to finish, right? So looks like it might be going to Martell.
Like it.
Although, where are we exactly? Challenger's phase has just started. And it's Marcel who's first player, yeah. So that should be good for him. But he has Plaza and Dario and one card in hand, so no guarantees that he can stand Dario, and he's the only real renowned character. Also we have Tormund, same situation, has Queensguard with one card in hand and one token on him. And on the other side there is a scary looking Robert Baratheon with Lightbringer who can stand twice, so I wonder if Baratheon can defend things. Maybe. And Many-Faced God is really a throwaway agenda for me. You can do nothing with it in Baratheon for the ambush. And look at the dead pile. So there is one Dragonstone Faithful to give someone the power icon.
Looks 13 on power. And then I guess if you give one of the rulers power icon, that's... Oh, but he isn't going for power anyway.
Okay, so Sword of the Morning is here. And is going to force all the power icons into a challenge. The problem is though, Robert is going to stand, so how are you getting past him with that Tormund that you need to win the game? Is there some kind of cancel for Lightbringer? Or maybe he just wants Robert to defend. That keeps him ahead, 5 minutes left. And he has to defend if Tormund attacks. And has to defend this one as well.
Yeah, for there's always possibility for the runs game, right?
Here we go, what's coming? Ah, Secret Pact, that wins the game. Used on his own character to give Missandei renown. I don't think you can stop it now. And I think it was won anyway, because Tormund can do military to force Robert into the challenge, and then I'm not sure what Baratheon can do back, because with that Buzz of Pride you just risk attacking into renown with a character that is not strong enough. So yeah.
Yeah, looks like it's done 1-1 for Marcel, and
Yeah,
Baratheon, or was just any other game played?
That was the second game according to this scoreboard. Obviously we don't know exactly if someone played in between, and yeah, most of this match still to be decided, including some of the top players still to play. And I believe that now is everything that was being played this evening. Let me just check the calendar as well. Yeah, these are the 3 games actually that were played at 8 PM. And tomorrow is the Martell Baratheon day, 3 games being played. We won't be showing you any of those. And then Sunday, we'll see. I might get up at 8 in the morning for me to record Sarah's game, we'll see. And then we're recording my own as well. Okay, thank you, Sarah, for joining me today. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
And
bye-bye.
To everyone, see you next time in the 8 Regents tournament.